My life has never been easy. Every breath my mom takes, bound to her bed, weighs heavy on my chest. Every morning, I wake up thinking about hospital bills, feeling like the crushing weight of hopelessness is my only shadow. That's when I met Mark. Rich, powerful, and seemingly untouchable. The job he offered me was my only hope to cover my mom's expenses. But this chance came with its own dangerous strings attached. There was something dark and magnetic about Mark that stirred up every conflict inside me. And then there was Mary, Mark's girlfriend and my closest friend. In those early days working with Mark, I could barely steady my heartbeat whenever we were alone. There was a dangerous pull in his eyes that drew me towards a path I swore I'd never take. I was losing a battle within myself every single day, but a small part of me was still clinging to loyalty for Mary. Torn between forbidden desire and the weight of betrayal, I was trapped. Yet every choice I made seemed to push me closer to a line I knew I couldn't come back from. Lately, Mary seemed more attentive than ever. Maybe deep down she sensed something. It was like she was trying to hold on to whatever bond we had left, trying to bridge a growing distance. One day, as we were having coffee, she turned to me with that familiar probing gaze. "You know," she said with a playful smile, "you really need to take your mind off things. I want to introduce you to someone." I was caught off guard. Mary trying to set me up with someone? That was strange. The confusion on my face must have been obvious because she burst out laughing. "Not like that," she said, winking. "But I know someone who might shake things up for you." There was something hidden in her tone. She went on, "Mark's older cousin. I've seen him a couple of times. He's, how do I put this? Charisma overload." Curiosity stirred inside me, mixed with a twinge of unease. "Do you know him well?" I asked. Mary shrugged, sipping her coffee. "Not really," she admitted. "Just met him once or twice. But he's one of those people you can't forget after you meet them. You know, the kind who turns heads in a room." Her eyes sparkled, as if just recalling him brought a thrill. But for me, one thought echoed, Mark. No matter how fascinating her words were, I couldn't shake my inner turmoil. Was this her way of easing my mind, or was there something else going on? Maybe Mary was aware of the hold Mark had on me, and she was trying to pull me away. Whatever the case, it felt heavy on my shoulders. One day at work, it was just me and Mark. The silence stretched between us, almost tangible. Everything seemed normal, but his expression hinted at something deeper. "I assume Mary told you about my cousin," he said out of nowhere, his eyes fixed on me. My heart raced. "Yeah," I replied, trying to keep my gaze steady. "She mentioned him." Mark's eyes narrowed slightly, a faint, mocking smile playing on his lips. "He's an interesting guy," he said slowly, "but not as simple as he seems." The way he said it took me by surprise. Was it a warning, a challenge, or maybe it was all just a game to him? As days passed, Mary began planning a dinner. It was supposed to be my chance to meet this mysterious cousin. My heart pounded at the thought. I had no idea what would come of this meeting. Between Mark's intense gaze, the forbidden emotions swirling within me, and now this new, unknown element. Everything was spiraling further out of control. My life was spiraling out of control, and every step I took seemed to lead me further down a path I couldn't escape. Mark's eyes, the thought of meeting his cousin, and the storm of emotions within me, everything was tying me in knots. I don't know what comes next, but it feels like this story is only getting deeper. What would you do if you were in my shoes? How do you live with so many secrets and tangled emotions? Tell me what you think in the comments. I really want to hear from you. If you're invested in my story and want to keep following along, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications. Your support means the world to me. Thank you, and see you in the next chapter.